Hi, my name is Alejandra Fretes. I am a sophomore at East Carolina University. I am studying music therapy, and my applied instrument is clarinet, as you can see. I didn't always want to study music. I actually wanted to study political science until about my senior year of high school. It was just because music had been a part of my life so much growing up. I had started playing this instrument in sixth grade, and at high school, I got to the point where I was taking lessons, and it just seemed like this is not what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. But at this point, I didn't know that music therapy existed. My junior year, I wrote a research paper on music therapy, and it was intriguing and very interesting to me, but it wasn't still like calling. Like, I didn't want to major in that. And my the summer before my senior year, I actually got to shadow a music therapist, and I really enjoyed it. And I had shadowed her about all of summer, and I just wanted to see what music therapy was, and I ended up enjoying it. And at that point, I went to Google and like searched colleges that have music therapy near me, and luckily ECU had it, and so did Appalachian, and I auditioned at both, but I eventually decided to go to East Carolina, and I don't regret my decision at all, even though it's 4 hours away and the drive is honestly awful. I do enjoy going back to Greenville, and it's such a good school, and I really enjoy that. And a part of being a music major, you have to take core classes, for example, theory, your piano, you have to do conducting, and I had my parents had gifted this keyboard to me in Christmas. I think my junior year. I didn't learn it. I didn't learn how to play it. I never looked up anything, a book. I didn't have any books that had easy piano songs, and I just had it as decoration basically. And music therapy uses piano and guitar a lot, and I didn't know how to play any of those instruments, and I was a train wreck when I found that out. And I took piano my first 2 years. I'm finishing my piano this semester actually. And piano is such an important instrument, and obviously it is at East Carolina, because we do have to take pianos for at least, depending on your major. I had to take four, and it's really helped me a lot with my instrument, because with my clarinet I only use basically like one hand is mainly doing the work with the technique, and in piano class, like, it's both hands and you need to coordinate it, and sometimes it's not the same rhythm on both hands. And obviously it's in two clefs. The right hand is usually in treble clef and the left is in bass clef. And it was hard for me to coordinate looking at the music and looking at my hands. You can't really do both, or you have to look ahead and know what's coming next. And I got to the point where I didn't have to look at my hands, and I could just look at the music and play. And that was like a milestone for me, because I had struggled in piano a lot, and it's really helped me with like my technique on my instrument, and it's helped me read music ahead, if that makes sense. As a clarinetist, there's some challenging technique pieces in the clarinet repertoire, and a thing that Dr. Monroe taught me was that you need to look ahead, and you need to know what's coming next so you don't mess up basically. And when piano, that's helped me, because you have to look ahead to not mess up. You can't just look at one measure at a time, because that's when you stop at each measure, if that makes sense. So that's two ways it's helped me with my instrument. And it's also helped me with my degree, because music therapy uses piano and uses guitar as their main instruments for clients and for their sessions. And as seeing a music therapist in session, I noticed that they use keyboard and guitar. Like, it fluctuates usually. And in piano 4, we started playing, like accompanying and us singing, and that's helped me a lot with my major, because that's basically what music therapy is. We're accompanying ourselves and we're singing, and in piano, with doing that, like, it helped me, like, I'm not really paying attention to the chords are just playing. I'm mainly paying attention to making sure that I'm singing the right notes and all that. And so that's helped me a lot with my major. And obviously, like, if I wasn't decent at piano, I feel like I would have been discouraged at my major. I would have been thinking I wasn't as prepared, but obviously with my great professors, I've learned a lot in piano, and I'm confident that I can play and accompany people. Obviously not classical, maybe chords, block chords. I'm pretty good at that. And obviously piano has taken such a big role, and I've been playing this a lot since I have been in quarantine, and I think it's such a key instrument to learn when you're a musician, or in this case music majors. I think that it will help you in the long run, whether you're a vocalist, accompanying yourself, being able to accompany yourself when you need to practice. With me, it's helped me with my technique, and it's helped me with my musicianship, looking ahead and making sure that I'm not stopping, because you can't just stop at every measure because you didn't look ahead. And I learned that in piano, having to look ahead and coordinate my fingers. It's also helped me in Piano 4. In Piano 4, we started, like, reading in different clefs, and that's helped me in my ear training and dictation class, because we got to the point where we were sight singing in different clefs, and I knew what we were doing. Like, I knew what the clef was, I knew what note it was, and it helped me a lot because of piano class. And also in orchestra, we had played a piece where the clarinet part was in D, and clearly the clarinet is in B flat, and so we don't have any D clarinets, so we had to transpose. And having to transpose in piano, it's helped me, because when I got to having to transpose on clarinet, it wasn't as hard, and it was and I think piano classes for that, because that's, for those little stuff that they show us, like, it helps you in the long run, and it helps you on your overall musicianship. And yeah, and that's why I'm glad I chose the major I am in, and I hope that all this stuff that I learned in piano helps me in my future with my career in music therapy. Thank you. Before I ended the video, I just wanted to play y'all a little something that I learned in Piano 4. I hope you enjoy. This one's in tenor and bass clef.